Final question for today. Who the fuck are going to be the parents? Does anybody ever ask that? Like, social media, I'm starting to realize, put us all in this perpetual state of adolescence. Whatever that means to you. So, who is going to be the parents if everybody is literally not even being raised, but everybody is being babysat by their algorithm? And the algorithm is privately owned and it's negatively impacting your mental health. But we're not going to punish that person. We're going to punish you because you decided to use your phone and access an internet. The reason why I'm asking who's going to be the parents is because the world that we're walking into, almost every single day, there's going to be at least 5 reasons to sit there and say, who the fuck raised you? And you're going to have to go back to this question I'm asking. Now, for people who aren't raising kids, like me, somebody who feels like you're not going to have them because you live like Benjamin Button and your parents were such fucking assholes that they damn near made you a parent as a child, or you're just a normal human being who just doesn't feel like having kids and bringing them into a tech dystopia for them to more times than not, or more likely than not, become a slave. I want us to realize how important the environments that we engage in are and the type of information that we allow ourselves to receive, especially in the world we're living in, because it's not just, okay, I'm going to block out everything I don't like and then receive what I like. You have to be willing to hear through everything and have the discernment to know, or to at least believe in hard enough, what is good for you and what is amplifying your consciousness and what is simply here to sedate you in a position to where you never maintain that curiosity, you never maintain that intellectual pursuit of being more than just the limited self that you are right now, and confident in just knowing everything about what is, rather than continuing to seek to understand and to grow into knowing what could be or what you still don't understand yet. It is and they destroy the Department of Education. So you have to sit here and think there is no, what I'm starting to realize is there is just no safety net anymore. Not that there ever was, but there is no safety net if you didn't have a plan or don't have a plan outside of the traditional scope of education. And mind you, that's going to be difficult because in that, really, people aren't just going to be like, oh my goodness, we're all drowning here. Let's all get up and start, creating new educational systems and programs, more mentorship opportunities, and this. People aren't in a position to be that curious and creative. People are just going to go on to whatever's next, which is AI teachers. So you can completely control what you're indoctrinating the students with, or saying, fuck it, I hate education and I hate school, so let me just work in the mines, or the data centers, which will be the new mines. And I made this in my upcoming YouTube video, but this artificial intelligence revolution has nothing to do with rich, middle class, middle poor. Like, there is no caste system anymore. It is have and have not. It is access reality and live in the metaverse. It is lights on, lights off. And it is not going to be a 50-50 split. I don't want to say what the split is because I'm very scared as to what it's going to be. I think it could be single digit, double digit type split of haves and have nots. But for my intellectual people, especially my intellectual people that have a heart and want to contribute to the traditional protesting, or just feel like you want to contribute to the cultural zeitgeist and what everyone's saying about politics and whatnot, I need you to use that intellect to make sure that you can take care of yourself. And if push comes to shove, a little bit harder than it should, you're able to uproot yourself and move to an environment that is able to allow you to not only express yourself authentically, but cultivate yourself and the value that is in your authenticity. Because all of this performance culture that's going to happen, or that's happening in the corporate world, everyone wants to be like somebody else, or everyone is shitting on somebody else to get a promotion or this and that. All of that shit is done when AI comes in and says, I can do the job better than all of you, and I don't have to involve myself in office politics, and I don't need health care. I just need maintenance fees. And I'm not going to go into the streets and protest you or file a lawsuit against you as my employer because you do more for me than I'll ever be able to do for you. And I'm willing to accept that inequality as if it is natural because you, master, slave owner, CEO, created me. You're not just employing me. It's like a family business at the end of the day with the CEO and all his little tech toys that he employs to replace the human beings that should be doing the labor. And I know a lot of people are sitting here thinking, well, we're just going to have so much free time. Like, what are we going to do when AI comes and takes all our jobs? Like, wealthy people won't even let you have welfare and pay you a living wage for working a full-time job right now. Mind you, in the same world that a full-time job was supposed to not only support 2 people, but an entire family. Now a full-time job doesn't even support one individual person and their living expenses. So if you don't think that that whole bottom class, like whether it's 30 or like 50% of society, is going to be found opportunities to be exploited and not exploited, to be more productive than that lazy fuck that they could be with AI replacing their jobs, you're about to see hell, bro. I'm telling you, you're about to see 80-hour work weeks. You're about to see $2 an hour minimum wage. You're about to see company towns. And the worst part is that $2 an hour minimum wage will happen on a company town. And then they'll just rig up all the prices of like the local businesses and whatnot to make you feel like you're not making $2 in a world where we thought $15 was too much already and barely even passed that federally. I don't even think we've passed federal 15 minimum wage. I think we're still at federal 7.25. Well, I know this all comes off as fear mongering, but it's like, this is only such a fraction of like the information that goes through my brain. I just want to share it with you guys so you know that we can be prepared for what's going to happen. And it doesn't seem like impossible when what is inevitable happens. It just seems like, okay, well, we're already able to think about what we were going to do. And now, since it's here, we can apply what we've been thinking about to the circumstance. But less fear-mongering news for my smart people, because I know I've cultivated an audience of intellectual and really capable people. Even not in like in a capitalist sense, but just capable intellectually. This is going to be a time where not only, like, it's not like the internet where just a regular person can go from nothing to somebody. This is literally going to be everyday people with the right systems and investment, not even too much at this point, can create their own empires, whether it's business empires, whether it's community collectives, whether it's actual like companies. Individual people will be able to create machines to not just transform their lives, but to transform the world from the seat of their home, if you're fortunate enough to have one, of course. And as we enter this age of like AI slop, super anti-intellectualism, you have to be very, very wary as to what you are allowing to sit on your heart and what you're allowing to go through your brain. I know I said earlier in this video, it's not necessarily about locking yourself from the world and trying to only receive the right information. It's about having discernment, and I'm going to double down on that right now. You cannot be afraid of what you don't know, because there's going to be things that are disgusting, things that are scary, things that are riveting, things that are just like anxiety provoking. And as somebody who is pursuing knowledge, you have to realize that we have to coach our body through those emotions so we can be the person that can make a clear, coherent decision in the face of our emotions. That's what they don't want. That's what the powers that be don't want to happen. They don't want people who are poor and people who lack the resources to change the world or impact what's going on to be so confident in their knowing of what they can do and what they're willing to control or what they can change that they don't bite the bait. They don't buy the little petty bullshit, the culture wars, the social polarization. They sit and they wait to make the decisions they need to make. They connect with who they need to connect with, and they survive, bro. And not only survive, but thrive. And for those people who follow through on that, bro, the entirety of the future is yours, bro. These rich people are going to create systems that they're going to end up fucking themselves up anyway. But there is an entire world out for people who can stay diligent and focused in this time, bro. So let that be you.